It's funny, just yesterday I realized that I got out to Levittown, Pennsylvania 3 years ago yesterday, and if the day I got out and dropped off by a Logistic Care car from a New Jersey Medicaid rehab, I had nothing but a Wawa shopping bag of some of my belongings. My family wasn't talking with me, and 3 years later, through patience and consistency, I mean, I'm sitting here doing this with you, and my life looks completely different than it did. I was a very privileged young man growing up where I did in South Jersey. My parents are now married 48 years. My life consisted of school and sports. And then I found substances, and for no particular reason, I found that I really enjoyed them. And basically from the time I was 19 years old until when I was 29, I'm now 32, for those 10 years of my life consisted of just failing attempts to finish college, very fractured relationships with friends and family, and just a life that started with me dabbling in pills in the middle of the 2000s during the Purdue Pharma crisis, where they were all really very easily obtainable, to very quickly I started using heroin, I started using fentanyl. My story has a lot of treatment centers, over 10. I've overdosed nearly a dozen times. Also, I am only sitting here because of drugs like Narcan that revived overdose symptoms of me several times. 3 years ago, in the middle of COVID, in May of 2020, I went to what was my last treatment center, and I relocated to Levittown, Pennsylvania. I'm very thankful for this area because it's an incredibly enriched recovery environment. I've been able to connect with new individuals, reconnect and strengthen the relationships that existed prior to my getting out here. But the new relationships that I have, the new friendships I have all helped me to get to the moment now where my life looks completely different. Today, I am a 4.0 graduate school student, but I could never finish undergrad. I couldn't stay sober for a day, and now I'm going on this length of time that I never would have thought was obtainable. I used to be the person having to call individuals in rehabs, and now, my phone is the one that individuals call to go get help. I work for two very well-respected and ethical facilities, Silver Pines Treatment Center and Steps to Recovery. I'm a regional director of clinical partnerships, which is just a really fancy way of saying that my job is to help connect individuals to varying forms of treatment. For me to be able to be on the other side and to connect with these individuals who sometimes at their worst moments are needing to get into somewhere that can help them, it's really an honor that I get to be the person that they're reaching out to. I'm real big on wanting to make sure that it's not just through my personal experience that I'm effective at my job in business development or in a clinical sense. I want to make sure that I don't just have to rely on the I've been where you've been to help somebody. What's been great about Temple is it's allowed me to really expand on using my personal experiences as well as that of others to be more understanding of those experiences. Temple's been great at helping me to be able to identify where are my biases, where do I try to unintentionally, albeit, put my experience of getting sober onto someone else that may not be the way in which that they feel like they want to be sober or in recovery. So it's a lot different today that I have to, take step back and really look at the ways that I can help individuals, but it's also an amazing opportunity that I had the chance to do so even in the first place.